Good evening, welcome back. This is episode 2 of KB Talks. I'm Tom,
I'm Andre.
and yeah, welcome back. We made it through the week. Good week?
Yes, it's a good week. Welcome back, everyone. Yes, it was.
How was it a good week?
Um, there's a lot been happening. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
just a
what,
good
more
week.
peaceful then?
Peaceful week, yes.
Peaceful. Okay.
Our topic for today is forgiveness.
Normally,
and
no, wait,
apology.
hold on. Normally, when one person asks you how their week has been, it's normally quite polite to ask the other person
Oh.
how their week has been.
Oh, word.
Because I'm after some sympathy right about now. So let's go back 20 seconds.
Okay.
Andre, how was your week?
My week was
Peaceful.
I have a doctor appointment this morning, and that well okay. How was
Because
your...
cause the doctor found out that Andre shoves pencils up his nose in spare time in it.
Yes. How was your week?
Oh, the alarm's going off. My week's been relatively quiet.
Good. Did you do anything much?
I dislocated my right knee, but apart
Okay.
from that, everything's good. Never
Good.
put on washing on again in my life. Trying to reach for the vanish.
Vanish that way.
But yeah, right, as Andre said, the topic this week is
Forgiveness and apology.
yes.
So, yeah, do you like to kick off the
So I
apology?
thought we'd So, forgiveness. Let's go for the Google definition. The action or process of forgiving or being forgiven. And there's also a little what do you call it when they put a little quote thing in? It's like it's in the sentence. She is quick to ask forgiveness when she has overstepped the line. Just in case you needed it in a sentence. Forgiveness. So, like everyone, there comes that time when your tail's between your leg, you gotta go to somebody and you gotta deliver that apology, forgiveness, and then you seek forgiveness from the other party. Yeah, it can be quite. Some people are more open than others. There's a lot of people who are like an eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth.
Yeah.
So you cross them, you're done. Time's up. Move along. And then there's others who are more open, more willing to be like, okay, yeah. And then, yeah. I like how you keep looking at me.
Because you're talking. The way I see apology is like you should be able to give apology and you should be able to receive apology. And I think apology is good and ask for forgiveness and move on.
Do you say you're quite a forgiving person?
I am actually.
And what kind of led you to be like that? Something that's been instilled in you from a young age, or have you kind of had experiences that have kind of been like, do you know what?
I have experience. My experience is I realized quite early on if I don't forgive someone, it will eaten me up inside, and you never want that to happen. You get wrinkles quicker,
Wrinkles.
and no one care for that. If you don't forgive someone, you will
Guess you build up a lot of hate and resentment towards that person, don't you?
yes, and you think you're not going to give to someone, and it's you will feel weak or feel a type of way that you're going to forgive someone, and you think, oh, get to the point. People think forgive someone, it would be everything would be okay, let's move on and things. But you can forgive someone, but don't forget. And there's
I think that's worse.
no.
No, that's worse because I think it's getting that balance. You're right. A lot of people just be like, "Oh, I said sorry, move on," but you can't then be. You move like so. You've apologized. They've forgiven you, and then you move forward, and then something happens, and then oh, but you did that the other day, or you do something minor, and they're like, "Oh, but you did this the other day." You got to let go.
Well, where I was getting to, like,
Offended.
no, sorry,
Rude.
what I was getting to, you can forgive someone,
Mhm.
and but you don't have to be their friend.
Mhm. That's true.
A lot of time, people think by forgiving someone, or to think that means that you are letting them back in your life, or you will be friends again. But you can forgive them and move on. You
Yeah.
don't have to be friends with them.
Yeah.
And that reason, that's
But what would be the benefit of?
forgiveness.
Yeah.
Um,
Because if you weren't gonna talk to them, surely, like for me, I'd just cut them out and be like, "Bye, I'm going this way. You're going that way. See you later."
yes, but over time, you would ask yourself, did I do the right thing?
See, I wouldn't. I think.
You will started to you just want to let that person know, I know what you did, and I forgive you. Because forgive someone, you taking that power back away from them to
Okay.
stay. So
So you're
if
back in control, kind of thing.
yes, if
Okay.
someone do you something, or you're upset with someone, and you're going to stay upset,
Yeah.
they're going to continue to live their life.
Yeah.
So to go to that person and said, you know what happened? Couple weeks, last week, whatever time, when you did X, Y, and Z, I forgive you.
But then you just move on and never
And
speak
then
to them.
yeah,
No, I don't know why you waste your energy. I think me and you are very different on this.
it's release you.
No, it doesn't, because
it give you a sense of you can
no.
be in control. You can forgive someone. You can forgive and forget.
No, because you're not forgetting what the person's done because you're not speaking to
I'm
them.
not being friends with that person.
No, there's
because
no point.
Uh,
No, because if you're not going to forgive and forget, why would you bother forgiving someone if you weren't even going to speak to them in the first place after anything that happened? You're saying it releases you, but it doesn't, because you're excluding yourself from that person
well,
by getting rid of them in the first place. So it's kind of a pointless exercise.
not really. I think apology and is more powerful more than you think. Say example, someone carry out a terrible act. Say they murder one of your loved ones or something. Instead, you're living your life hateful, that person, bitter for that person.
Yeah.
You can find the courage in yourself. You can find the strength to say to that person, I forgive you. I forgive you to
But
what you've done.
surely that would only make the other person feel better.
When you are...
Why would you feel better? Because it wouldn't bring your loved one back.
It don't. But you will feel the hateful way you have to that person will go away. Because when you forgive someone, you're giving yourself you are giving yourself a different way of thinking and a way of doing something differently. And when you forgive someone, you get a comfort, I think, from it. No?
No. Unless we're going to make amends and try and move forward with that person, then yeah.
But not every relationship can move forward.
Okay.
Not every relationship can be from A to B.
Yeah.
Some of them just need to left behind. But before you move along, you can say, I forgive you.
I just don't know why you'd waste your time. But
well, it seems like we will never come to
No. I like what you're saying, but for me, if you wronged me and I'm like, oh, I forgive you, but I can't forget, and we're no longer on speaking terms, I don't know why I'd forgive you in the first place, because if you're already trying to go on the moral high ground and be the better person, you should be able to then accept them back in open arms if you're forgiving them, in my opinion, because why only go half the way when you can go the whole way?
As I said, you're not going to be friends with a murderer, are you? If someone murder your loved one,
but then I wouldn't be in a position where I would forgive them. See what I'm saying? But if it's a friend or a partner, and do you know what I mean? You genuinely wanted. Do you know what I mean? Someone's apologised, you accept.
Okay then, alright. Okay then, look at it in another way.
Go for it.
Say your partner upset you. He or she do something, but you can't really move along with. This come a point in your life when you said, you know what, I cannot carry on with this pain anymore. I need to let it go. How do you come to, how are you going to let that thing go? By go to that person, she or he, and said, you know what, man? I forgive you to what you done to me, but we can no longer be together. But I forgive you. So you're letting your anger go, and you can move on with your life. Sorry. And at the same time, you set that person free. More than having this anger in you, said, I will never forgive you. Because by you saying that, it make you remain bitter.
Yeah. But I think the important thing, instead of manifesting it, is to talk. And in a relationship, love does conquer all. So regardless of what your partner's done or doing, if the love is there, it will break down those walls. It will bring two people together, no matter what.
How Miss Tina said, "What love got to do with it?"
God, we're really lowering the tone.
So, well,
second episode will be cut. Oh, you know that just do you for copyright now. You know you're gonna have Tina's people onto you.
I know,
impersonating.
I don't agree with that fully.
Well, let's start what bits you do agree with. Let's start the positives first.
Agree with, talk about it, and see where you can go. But you don't. When it's the love conquers all. There's certain element in people's life what you have to make a stand, because if someone keep doing something what you don't like or disagree with, and every time she or he keep doing it, it will become a pattern,
Mm-hmm.
and it lose yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and it make the person think, oh, as long as I apologize, it will be fine. And I love he or she, and she and he love me, so we can get through anything.
Mm-hmm.
But they come to a point when you have to say enough is enough. I love you, and I'm going to give you to what you've done, but we're not going to be together any longer. And that is the mistake what a lot of people make. They said, but I love her, or I love him, and the other party take that and run with it, and say I can do anything I want because he and she love me, and they will never leave. So I think you have to
There's a balance.
have a balance, and you have to validate yourself. What are you doing?
Sorry, no, my knees hurt. You know, I can't sit in like a position too long, so
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get myself comfy.
You have to validate yourself, and to do the best thing, what you think best for you and yourself. Obviously, if you can forgive that person and move on with the person, it's all well and good. But if you can't move on with the person, is sat down, have a conversation, and said, I forgive you. I forgive you. And you leave that hurt and pain behind and move on with your life. Because forgiveness is a powerful thing, and not many people know that.
And I think I'm one of them people. I'm one of them people because, yeah, I just think that's how I've been wired. I think it's one of the things that it's really hard. It's really hard to change. I think when you've been wired a certain way, when you see someone else's, especially something like that, it's really difficult to try and. It's like you like if I do something to you, for example, you try to look easy. Whereas if you do something to me, I'd be like, shut down, nothing's happening, good day. Whereas you'd be more open. And it's hard to try and be like, well, hang on a second. If I hold myself to this standard, you hold yourself to that standard. Why am I expecting the same standard that you give out when I don't do the same?
Yeah.
And I think that's something that everyone, needs to work on.
Yes.
Yeah, because you need to put out what you want to receive back
Yes.
in equal measures.
Yes. Yeah. Because for many years, as my last video, I don't know who tuned in for the last video we did last week. We were explaining a little bit of our background and where we started and where we came from. And as I said, I live with my auntie. Sorry, back up, come again. My brother's wife, I should say. And the treatment what I received over the years was not nice. And the way I able to overcome and to carry on is forgive her, in a sense that I tell myself that for the little goodness that she did, she didn't have to do it, because I was a stranger to her.
You weren't?
Yes, I was.
No, you wasn't.
I was a stranger to her, and as I said, for the little goodness that she done, I thank her for it.
Oh my God.
And what she done in the past, it wasn't really the right thing to do or the best thing to do. The way I look at it, if she did know different, she will do different. So many times someone carry out I act,
Yeah.
and you will be questioning yourself and like why they do things like that. But sometimes it's not about you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's about them. They don't know the correct thing to do. So they will do what they know how to do. So I forgive her. And even she turn around and she will say, I can't believe you forgive me, and she break down. And over the years, that's how I carry out my life and the things that what I
And how
do.
long did it take you to get to that point of being able to forgive her? Because I'm sure when what happened, I'm sure that wasn't your outlook at all.
No, it was my outlook, but the time when it kicks in, I started to think many things in my head. I started to think many things in my head, and the thing what I was thinking was not the nicest thing. It just was not the nicest thing to be thinking. And sometimes I was thinking, how can I get my own back? And sometimes I sat down and I'm like,
Oh God, start plotting.
this is not the right way to go about it. Because if I take what she doing to me and reflect it back, we in the same boat. So
It's like what you were saying the other day, isn't it?
Yeah.
If what did you say the other day? It was something about if someone's wronged you, you said something like
I can't remember the correct quote, but I said, if you in the right and you go and do something what is not right, you give up your right.
yes, yeah.
So
yeah.
your concrete what you did have, you don't have that no more.
You've not got a leg to stand
You
on.
don't have a leg to stand on because you went out and carry out the same act.
Yeah.
So everyone is just in the same boat. So I know differently. So I act differently. Sometimes it's very dangerous to
Sorry.
it's very easy to get caught up to say, you know what, they wrong me, I'm going to wrong them back. But your strength will come when you walk away from the situation, and then you're able to gather your thoughts and your feelings, and then how you get your power back and to feel validated. Is that a word?
Validated.
That's why.
Mouthpiece over here.
Yes. You go to that person and like, for everything what you doing and what you done, I forgive you. Because if you know better, you will do better. So I forgive you. And that would be a shocker. That would be like,
Smack you right in the teeth, wouldn't it? You'd be
Yes.
like, what?
because a lot of people come at you for a reaction. And when you don't give them a reaction,
I get some infuriated, doesn't it?
because one hand cannot clap.
Where do you come up with that?
You've been waiting for a long time to hear back a noise. Yes. So
One
is that
hand can't
yes?
clap.
So is that's why we have to learn how to
Forgive.
forgive and forget and ask for forgiveness. Just like if you did something to someone, you don't feel an I am mighty. You go to that person and said, forgive me. Forgive me to what I done. I did not know how to angle myself. I get over the motion and I acted the wrong way. Please forgive me. And when that person said, I forgive you, you will feel that forgiveness, and your conscience and your feeling will get lighter.
Yeah.
It works.
And I wish I was more like that. And would you have any? It sounds really corny. Do you have any like tips, or what could you do to get yourself into that way of thinking? If that's possible.
Yes. It's quite easy for me. Quite easy. Easy to put it in practice. It's in the Bible. Do unto others and they like do unto you.
Enough said.
So, if you like someone to be nice and thanking you all the time, and that same feeling what you get from when someone tell you thank you and showing you loving or whatever type of way, you know how that feels. So you will automatically said, well, I want this. I know how it feels. So I'm going to give that back. Because another Bible, God give us the tools so we can use it and give back. You never be too greedy, right? He give us the tools, and nothing in our lives that we do not have the tools to fix, because he give us every tools, and we should know which tools we should use to a certain situation. And so if we have the tools to fix the situation or to react and the situation, we should able to pass on that tool to someone else. Do you follow? You see?
Yeah.
You see? So it's day to day. Do unto others and they like do unto you. Have anything to input?
No, I think you've hit. Yeah, I feel like I want to. Yeah, I feel like I'm taking it in, and I'm just hoping that it rubs off onto everyday life, because I think, like what you're saying, it kind of makes your life easier by doing it. I may not necessarily agree with the whole forgive and can't forget and kind of cut off. I don't like that side of it, but I definitely like being able to forgive that person and try and move forward, even if it just benefits yourself.
Yes.
And
yes.
Yeah, I quite like that.
Yeah.
I quite like that.
As I said, a lot of people make the mistake as, if I forgive you, we will be back together or we'll be friends again, because
we'll go back to normal. You kind of in and out.
Or I will show some type of weakness of forgiving you.
Oh no, it's never. Do you know, that's the one thing. I don't think forgiving someone is a sign of weakness. I think it's quite courageous and it's quite a powerful thing, because, like what you said, it disarms the other person. And I just think at the end of the day, you want to be the best you can be. And I think if you can forgive someone, no matter what, that just shows you off in a positive light, and you'll go to bed with no qualms.
Yep. Just a little quick quick. Yeah, that is the word.
Oh, God, yes.
A little quick, another example. If you in love with someone and they do you wrong, what are you going to do? Are you going to be bitter? Are you going to break up with that person and carry on like a lot of our generation saying that black man is this and black man is that? I'm sure you get from that from your generation. I don't know. I'm just asking a
What do
question.
you mean, black man are this, black man are that?
You know, you have the typical stereotype when they just put everyone in the same category. You follow?
Yeah.
And you will have this one person will get their heartbreak or something happened to them and they live their life off of they live their life off of one little situation and they like, I will never date this person again, I will never date this race again, and they're living their life unhappy.
Do you know what?
Because the one mistake. Go on.
I was just gonna say, because I feel like as we're going on to a quick little bit extra, because that's what we do on here. Let's go personal. Let's talk about me.
Oh God.
Exactly.
Okay.
You've kind of started pulling the can open. The worms are now coming up.
Oh.
So, going from that, I've not done something similar, not knowing. So, I had a relationship which went wrong.
Okay.
And really wrong. And the worst thing possible happened. And future relationships, without realising what happened then, affected me now. And it's only when someone's pulled me up on it, it's been on stuff like trust, letting people in, my behaviour. It really does kind of stop you in your tracks, and you're quite blind to it all. And I think something like that, I think it's a difficult one, because the worst thing is when you don't know that you're doing it, and it's quite upsetting that it's still affecting you. What, 2 years down the line, and then coupled with that, when you've got other stuff happen that you're not aware of, that's then affecting your behaviour on a day to day, it's really upsetting, and it's quite disappointing. Then you carry around quite a lot of stuff, and so as to what you were saying, it's a difficult one, because sometimes you do it without realising. Mine wasn't down to a race or a gender. Well, it was a gender because it was a guy. But it wasn't just because the person was black, Asian, white. It happened to a black, Asian, white person. I think your past has shaped your future, some quite a lot more than you think.
Yes.
And
this is why I was saying that, not because once something happened to you, you should make that be your story. You can take that one incident.
Yeah.
Go on.
And one other thing, just because I don't want it, I never forgave myself for it.
Yes.
And even to this day, I still don't forgive myself for it. It was stupid what had happened.
Yes.
But, yeah, so, yeah.
That's why you need to take a step back. And my previous example is about love, right? So this person break your heart, and you're going to live in that. You're going to live in that one mindset that this person cannot be trusted. I'm not going to look for love anymore. you are giving up on yourself.
Yeah.
And you will always have that mentality as you will never real love what you're looking for will never find you because you are not giving out the correct energy.
Yeah.
And you are not like
This was supposed to be a quick
a
point.
quick one. Just back up real quick, like myself.
Where are you going now? So we're going to you, so it's not going to be quick. And I know you've got places to go this evening.
I
so
know. Just back up real quick. Like
bear with
myself,
us. Yeah.
myself, I never give up on love. Right? Even when love come and slap me in my face.
Yeah.
Even when love come and slap me in my face and push me in all different directions and corners and valleys. I never give up on love. So, when one door closed, sorry.
Get it right.
Another opens.
Yeah.
And if I give up on love, love would not find me again. You see? So this is what I'm saying. You need to accept, let go, forgive. Or accept and ask for apology.
Yeah.
Not apology. Ask for forgiveness. You see?
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness. Ask for forgiveness.
Yes.
So you can move on yourself. And when another situation comes, you know how to put the tools. Remember earlier we talking about tools? We able to put the tools in that situation. I'm crawling with my hands like this.
Oh God, we're scraping the barrel now.
I know. So it's a good exercise to it's a good exercise to actually do in your day in and day out lives.
And saying that more people need to apply on a regular.
Yes.
More people need to be like you, Andre.
Well, I'm not perfect myself.
The world would be a dangerous place. But anywho.
Yes. So
Are you finished with your point?
yes.
You sure?
I yes.
Anything else?
Just
No.
Just never you give up on yourself. And I said forgive. Forgiveness is a powerful thing. It's not to make you look weak.
No,
It's
not
not
at all.
to take away anything from you, because you are showing your heart, you are showing your depths, you are showing things what people don't see every day.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
No, because I have to keep. I feel like an old man.
Okay. You
My
are
leg on the
showing
chair.
a part of you
Yeah.
what a lot of people hide away, and you think by you being on tough and I'm not going to give up, you know what I mean? You need to step back and assess the situation
Yes.
and use your tools and apply
Use them
the
wisely.
correct tool. Because guess what? If you have what do you call it? A screw, you need a screwdriver for the screw. You can't get a pliers for a screw. You follow? So you need to have the correct tools for the correct situation. And if you don't have the tool, seek it. Call, text, make a comment down below, and we will try to give you the correct tools.
Wow, okay.
And thing and
You
thing.
wrapped that up without me even realising. You just went straight into it. You've been doing all this talking, one little quick thing, and then you're wrapping it up without me. Bye then, see you later. Cool.
Do you have anything?
No,
So-
because I think it's already been shut down. I think all that's left for me to do is press end. But anyway, have a great weekend because it is Friday
Yes.
and I'm still off work on holiday.
Yes.
And you got to go to
And
work right about
I
now.
have to go to work.
But you're off
so
tomorrow,
I'm off tomorrow.
and there is a surprise in store for Mr. Barnes.
Too much information.
There's always a surprise. It's always a surprise, and hopefully we will be back here. Hoping Sunday.
Yes.
Sunday.
Sunday will be great.
Mm-hmm. What's happening on Sunday, Andre?
The next topic would be I'm going to work. We going to work on this next
Because we're not letting
topic.
you choose it no more. We're doing it ourselves.
Yes.
Because this is our show and not yours. I just thieved that off of two drag queens. So I probably shouldn't have said that. So I'm sorry. Plagiarism.
Yes.
We don't do this on this show.
When the situation get hard and you do not have the tools, you do not have anyone to speak to or to confine in, go and reach for your Bible, and you would find a lot of information what would speak to you, speak to your soul, and it probably give you a lot of clarity what you need. If you don't have a Bible, download it on your iPhone, your Android phone. You don't have no excuse that you don't have a Bible, because it's free online. Go and get it. And over to
Other religious books are available. We're
Tom.
not a Christian themed channel. We just
I'm just saying there's powerful word in the word. And you need to understand and get it.
You trying to make the Bible hip? Anywho, before Andre incriminates himself any further, have a great weekend, and we will see you very soon.
And stay
Go and
tuned.
say your little thing. Call, text, WhatsApp,
Stay tuned.
tweet.
To KB Talk. And as we said, we are here for you. We are here for the people. So have a great night.
Have a great weekend, and we'll see you
We will
Sunday.
find out. Bye.
Bye bye. Oh, one wave, 2 waves.
What's wrong with you?
We're still live. We're still live.